I'm Kim Doron, co-founder of Tali's Fund. Through Tali's Fund, our family honors the memory and legacy of our beautiful daughter, Tal Esther Doron, who died in 2007 at the age of 4 after a 9-month battle with a rare and aggressive brain tumor called ATRT. Brain tumors are the leading cause of cancer-related death among children and adolescents under age 20, so research is essential. When Tali was diagnosed, there were not many children surviving ATRT, and we didn't have many options or resources. After she died, we wanted to do something to help other children and other families, so that fewer children would have to go through the nightmare that we went through. So in 2008, Tali's dad, Ori, and I provided seed funding, together with the Mitchell Benjamin Duckman Fund, for a research study on ATRT under the direction of Dr. Annie Huang at Sick Kids Hospital in Toronto. Dr. Huang was one of Tali's doctors. We could never have imagined that so much progress would have been made in a relatively short period of time. Our small initial contribution led to the mobilization of the largest global collaborative study of ATRT, involving over 40 countries. Important findings have come out of this research so far, and some children are surviving following a safer and seemingly effective treatment approach. Ongoing research is needed in order to make further progress, and Tali's Fund continues to help support Dr. Huang's groundbreaking study. One of the key tools for research is to have access to samples of tumor tissue for analysis. Tali's Fund also helps to support the Rare Brain Tumor Consortium, an international online registry for rare brain tumors created by Dr. Annie Huang. This registry provides parents from all around the world with a way to connect with other parents and physicians, to access resources and treatment options, as well as to donate their child's tumor sample for research. Our tissue bank in Toronto for rare childhood brain tumors is now the largest in the world.
ATRT is a rare disease. And whenever you see a child die of a rare disease, and then you don't really have an answer, you keep thinking about what if we could gather a bunch of children and study that. And I recall that, when Tali passed away, that, you had offered to support the creation of such a thing. And we had a discussion about how many children we would be able to gather and how many tumor samples we would gather, because, I think you might have heard me say that you need large numbers to be able to see patterns. When you consider that we started with $30,000 from 2 families, and it has seeded now grants for the last 15 plus years, that initial investment allowed us to study, a small cohort of patients that produced data that allowed us to then go in and have money to set up a larger registry. And we've done this for close to 2 decades now. And that's pretty powerful, I think. Every child, whether they live or die, has a lesson to teach us. We either did something right or we did something wrong. Or we should have done something different, right? I mean, there's not wrong because we're not deliberately doing it wrong, but we don't know. We could not make Tali's disease go away. But Tali's legacy, in every child that is in the registry, Tali's legacy has touched. Because there's just no way this would have happened, right? And every child who has done well, all the children, all the data from the other children, including Tali, had a hand in contributing to that success. Tali's information, her tumor, will still exist and inform children who might be the age of her grandchildren if she were alive. So I hope, that this will be something that will be carried on by others to come after me. And that all the information and all the resources collected will be used by the next generation of scientists and physicians to take care of the next generation of children, to continue to improve the way, our understanding and the way we treat ATRT.
Sylvie Boucher's son CJ was diagnosed with ATRT in 2007. After he had completed his surgery and initial treatment protocol, the cancer was not completely gone. The doctors told Sylvie that there was nothing else that could be done for CJ. Sylvie begged CJ's doctors to try intrathecal treatment, where chemotherapy is delivered directly into the cerebrospinal fluid in the brain and spinal cord. They agreed to try this with CJ, and he survived. He's now 16 years old.
Today we're 2021 and CJ's still here. He's doing well. I'm so happy that I'm able to say good morning and good night to CJ, and every day are precious to me. But again, because sick kid is believe in hope and they try, and because from that, I hope so many other children have the opportunity to have the same kind of treatment or better. Because of the fight are you doing, or what are you putting together, and you keep searching for information to help others. Tali is here to help. So it's important that foundation, that people support it to receive more information. And she's opening door to other family. It has every year they will open doors and help family to understand what would it be the next step. Because this is real children who's surviving a really, really aggressive cancer.
Yeah.
It's just wonderful to see any children surviving.
CJ, how old are you now?
I am currently 16. I just turned 16 in July.
Can you tell me about your school?
My school is specifically for people that are that have like a hearing impediment. So like I learn like sign language and stuff like that. Like I speak it in class and stuff like that. So it would help me with my learning because I have a hearing disability too. So that kind of helps me with whatever I'm learning, right? So when I got my chemo, it kind of like stunned my growth a little bit. So like my height does not really bother me at all, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's just if I'm a certain way, I can't change it, right? So I'm
Right.
most comfortable the way I am.
What do you like to do when you're not in school in your spare time?
A
Like,
lot
what are
of
you?
things actually.
Yeah.
Sports, hang out with my friends,
What sports do you play?
badminton, hockey, swimming, basketball, snowboard, scootering, and BMXing.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah.
Tell me about your relationship with your mom.
I'm just grateful for what she did for me. It's just I can't thank her enough, you know. What I would like to say to other people is don't let other people like judge who you are. Just be who you are. And that's what I got to say to them.
Since CJ was treated, doctors at Sick Kids have continued to use and modify this protocol, which involves intrathecal delivery of chemotherapy directly to the area needed, and which spares these young children from harmful radiation. This treatment method is also being used in other centers around the world, and research regarding its effectiveness for different subtypes of ATRT is ongoing. Andrew Palamarchuk's 10-year-old daughter Orly is an ATRT survivor. She was diagnosed at the age of 19 months, and she received treatment at Sick Kids Hospital, which spared her from radiation and which included intrathecal chemotherapy, similar to what was done with CJ, but modified somewhat since then.
Thankfully, she's doing well now. She's 10 years old, and we can't really stress how fortunate we are and how grateful we are to Tali's fund for all the money that they've been able to raise to fund very critical research that has helped to improve ATRT outcomes and help save lives. I want to thank Kim and her family, what she's doing for other children. We're also very grateful for Dr. Annie Huang, who's one of the ATRT experts and researchers, for her ongoing research to try to improve outcomes for ATRT treatment. and Tali's Fund has been critical in funding that research. We're really truly grateful for all that's been done.
If we learn that, in fact, for some of these particular kids, these ATRT kids, we can safely avoid radiation, and we learn, what's going to work and what's not going to work. How can that information then be extrapolated to other types of brain tumors, maybe other types of childhood cancers? Like, how can this information, if successful, potentially be used to teach us more?
So the baby tumors are unique in the sense they're challenging because they're such young children, and we're always afraid of hurting them. The flip side of it is that we also tend to be more adventurous in a way with children who are this young, and we push the envelope. So whereas older children automatically get brain and spine radiation, nobody questions it as much. It's much more questioned in young children. So that's why we, many families, agree with not trying radiation, but nobody wants to raise a child who's going to have a life that is really painful for the child. So in some ways, infant cancers offers us an opportunity to be innovative, to push the envelope, to change the status quo, right? And to move away from the dogma of treating something just the way we've done it for years and years and years. So the way I think about it is there's probably a lot of older children and adults who probably don't need radiation for their brain tumors. We have traditionally used radiation for brain tumors, all kinds of brain tumors, and some don't need it. Certainly, I think we can get closer to that sort of a model in brain tumors.
I've known Kim for a long time, and the many years that I've been fortunate to work with her as we raise awareness and funds for pediatric brain tumor research. And really, we know the importance of collaboration as families come together, like Tali's Fund and Meagan's Hug, to support the many children who are counting on our loving embrace and our support. I want to give a great shout out to Tali's Fund. They've done so much work over the years to raise awareness and give funds to the BTRC, the Brain Tumor Research Center right here in Toronto for pediatric brain tumor research. And congratulations as you come together as a team of hope for so many kids who count on our loving support.
Without people believing that they can make a change based on their experience, good or bad, from their children, nothing is possible, to be honest. I think the power of, advocacy and lobbying and supporting each other and supporting research, we would not be here without your support.
The following song, Beyond the Blue, was written for Tali by my brothers, Ryan and Dan Kowarski, along with Amy Sky Jordan and Stefan Macchio. They found a way to capture my feelings and somehow to express them through powerful words and beautiful music. And I'm so grateful for the gift of this song. Somehow you're gone. How can I go on without you here? Words, I can't find the words, so I say goodbye with silent tears. Sorry, I could not protect you. Sorry that I had to let you fly beyond the blue. When you fly, I promise you, close your eyes and you will hear me with precious it is. I never knew. Time, no reason, no rhyme. So much for some, so little for you. Heaven knows the pain you break, but love was not enough to save you. Fly beyond the blue when you fly. I promise you, close your eyes and you hear me. With every breath, I still can feel you near me. Oh, if I could fly, I would ask the stars up in the sky why they need you too when I'm left forever missing you. Here